If you're new here, this is one of our Monday mini episodes, short, data-focused recaps of the most recent public Texas Longhorn consignment sale. Our regular, full-length episodes dive into ranch stories, breeding insights, and interviews, so be sure to explore those as well.
If you're wanting to learn more about pricing and trends in the Texas Longhorn market, you'll want to tune in to today's episode. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Molly, and we're the owners of Hired Hand Software and Hired Hand Live.
Each Monday, we break down the numbers from the past weekend sale, online and in-person averages, high sellers, bidding trends, and what the data tells us about the current Longhorn market.
Let's take a quick look at what happened this weekend. Welcome back to From the Pasture with Hired Hand. In today's Monday Mini, we're recapping the 2026 Eddie Wood Cowtown Classic sale from January 17th in Fort Worth, breaking down the most viewed animals, top sellers both online and in person, and overall activity on hiredhandlive.com.
And before we dive in, a quick note that From the Pasture now has new dedicated social accounts on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, separate from our Hired Hand Live and Hired Hand websites pages. So be sure to follow along there so you don't miss anything we share.
One of our favorite parts of every sale recap is hearing from you, the buyers, sellers, and Longhorn fans who make these weekends special. Whether you are in Fort Worth or following along on Hired Hand Live, your messages always deliver. If you'd like to have your sale feedback shared on a future recap, you can join our text list by texting website to 888-700-8131 and replying to the prompts. Let's share a few of your favorite moments from the Cowtown Classic.
First one is from John Clark, and he says, "Congratulations, Karen Allen, who picked up running this sale at the last moment following the resignation of prior sale chairman. What a nice sale average to kick off the year."
The next message we received says, "Thank you, Brian Gasperson, for purchasing our Lot 40 heifer entry. We watched from a hospital bed at St. David's, South Austin, Texas. So sorry we weren't there."
And this one's from Jerry Loveday. He says, "What Hired Hand does is great. Glad to be part of it online."
Karen Allen said, "Congratulations to all of the consigners. Good sale, good time catching up with friends. I was encouraged by how many new buyers we had, and am looking forward to the 2026 events."
And our last comment says, "The sale had tremendous buzz and atmosphere, a great signal that 2026 will be a great year in the Texas Longhorn breed. Also, the TOBAA and everyone in attendance should be commended for their support of such great causes like the Fort Worth Herd, TOBT, and the Texas Longhorn Heritage Foundation."
Now that we've shared your highlights, let's turn to the numbers. The Eddie Wood Cowtown Classic delivered strong engagement both in the ring and online, and the data tells the story, from sale averages to total views and activity on hiredhandlive.com.
There were 43 lots listed in the sale total. The unofficial total was 318,800, while the unofficial average was 7,590. The internet-only average was 6,285.
The first sale of 2026 in our Hired Hand Live Trends and Averages series, the year-to-date average now sits at $7,590, with the internet-only average of $6,285.
There were almost 18,000 total views of consignments online and 111 registered internet bidders.
The most viewed lot after the sale was lot number 32, DB20 Jenny, consigned by the Whitlock McIntyre Vanderford Partnership, with over 1,700 views. She was also the most viewed prior to the sale, with right around 1,400 views.
Now that we've covered the overall stats, let's spotlight the top 5 in-person sales from the Eddie Wood Cowtown Classic. These consignments drew attention and left Fort Worth with excited new owners.
The fifth highest selling lot to an in-person buyer was number 42, SR Clouts Ruby 891. She was consigned by Dale and Jennifer Hunt and sold for $12,500 to Michael Arthurs.
The fourth highest selling lot overall was lot 28, RNL Pacific Babe, consigned by Hudson Longhorns. She sold for $15,000 to Jose Cardoso.
The third highest selling lot to an in-person buyer was number 4, M7 Patty's Rose, consigned by M7 Longhorns, selling for $16,000 to Whitlock Longhorns.
The second highest selling lot overall was lot 8, SLL Tonopah, consigned by Andrea Seller. She sold for $19,000 to Randy Murray. She was also the third most viewed before the sale.
And topping the list of in-person sellers and buyers is lot number 32, DB20 Jenny, consigned by the Vanderford McIntyre Whitlock Partnership, selling for $46,000 to Stark Enterprises.
After the in-person highlights, let's shift to online bidding. We'd like to thank the sale host of the Eddie Wood Cowtown Classic for trusting Hired Hand Live to connect buyers from across the country. Here are the top 5 animals sold through internet bidding.
The 5th highest selling lot online was lot number 23, YR Devil Spirit, consigned by Dave Pace, selling for $4,800 to Justin Evans.
The 4th highest selling lot online was lot 25, CR May West, consigned by Bob and Carmen Larson, selling for $5,250 to William Honeycutt.
The 3rd highest selling lot over Hired Hand Live was number 29, GLR Midnight Gold, consigned by Mark Gilliland, selling for $7,000 to Gary Becker.
The 2nd highest selling lot to an online buyer was lot 14, WO Lethal Darling, consigned by Dick and Cheryl Curry, selling for $8,000 to Michael Ditchman.
And topping out the list of internet buyers and sellers is lot number 31, CR Drink Deep, consigned by New Age Cattle Company, Randy Murray, selling for $19,500 to Aussie Acres. Thank you to all of the Hired Hand Live buyers.
With the top online sales covered, let's take a look at the impact of internet bidding. Hired Hand Live connected buyers and sellers from wherever they were, and the numbers from the Eddie Wood Cowtown Classic showed just how strong that reach was.
There was $62,850 value added through internet bidding and 273 online bids. 10 lots sold online to 10 different online buyers.
If you're following the National Longhorn Futurity race this year, there were no changes to the standings from this weekend's sale. The first event counting towards the NLFR will be the Winchester Futurity in Bryan, Texas in March of 2026. Be sure to visit the NLFR website for details and upcoming events.
Looking ahead, our next stop with Hired Hand Live will be the Texas Longhorn Legacy Sale. We'll be releasing a special pre-sale podcast on Tuesday, March 10th, featuring the sale hosts and everything you need to know before the sale day. Prior to the Legacy Sale, we will also be promoting 2 internet-only sales, so stay tuned to our social media and hiredhandlive.com.
That wraps up our Eddie Wood Cowtown Classic recap. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming sales, stats, and stories on From the Pasture with Hired Hand. Until next time, whether you're hauling down the highway or bidding online, travel safe, enjoy the memories made each sale weekend, and we'll see you at the next one.